Hey guys, this is Jeremy, DJM RC again. Motivated to making some videos today, I guess. So I was gonna go over the Skeena, my MOA chassis. There's not much to say about MOA chassis, I feel like. So just kind of go over the whole setup of the car. Chassis, I like a pretty neutral car, so not crazy separation, not super close, not super far. Pretty simple. Chassis, or I mean the skid links are pretty close together, I guess. The skid has a slot in here. There's 4 tungsten plates can fit in there, so you can add up to like 1.3 ounces of weight, and it's all just concealed in there, easy. And then the skid is sleeved, so this is printed, but it doesn't do anything really other than make somewhere to slide. There's a rod in here, or like a aluminum, or it's brass, little brass sleeve in there that's threaded, and then sleeves in here, so you're screwing metal to metal to metal across here. So nice, rigid, strong. And run spacer, or the 9mm rod ends from Dlux up here. Skid too, so skid, your spacers go on the outside. On the top, you can put them inside or outside, depending on if you want a little more or a little less link separation. You can see I have them on the inside on the front, and the outside in the back. Tie links, I don't like a big bend. I like it pretty, I want it to, when it's sliding up, I want it to hit the tire, you know, the rock to hit the tire here, not up here. So I don't run any crazy links, don't look at those. Put the new Dlux axles on recently. They're pretty nice. The back is a lot lighter than a regular axial XR10. This axle is I think it's I'm trying to think. I think it's 180 or 190 grams. My all plastic one with the HR housing, and it had Dlux gears, Dlux tie shafts, Dlux lockouts, and it was 200 grams. So this is like 10 or 15 grams lighter and stronger, because you know, you got this, so it clamps it down, kind of fixes the issues of the XR axles. This link mount is really close. Other people I've talked to, they have plenty of clearance here. I don't know, maybe because I use these bent RC four-wheel drive rod ends, but I had to shave the lockout down and the end of the rod end down a bit. Hopefully it doesn't cause me any issues. I run velvets on this, 20 weight oil, super soft springs, stumpies and everything, 22 kV. The profile is different than the Dlux or the axial, so my motor guards, I'm redoing them to fit the axial, so I'll sell these in for axial or for Dlux. You'll have to choose, because these ones had a big lip that met up with the flat part on the axial, and they have a different profile here, you can see. So the new ones of those coming. That's my servo mount. I kind of went over this in another video. The motor sits farther over. I think maybe it has bigger bearings or something here, I don't really know, but that's not tight. Sweet. But so if you have an old mount and you're trying to put it on a Dlux axial, you have to shave that down a little bit. New ones won't. And then everything's tight up here. So I got this, you can see I just shaved the mount down a little bit. The shocks are clear. These are big shocks. Dlux axle again. My skid plate, it doesn't sandwich between the motor. It has a tab here, it mounts to the servo plate, and then a tab here mounts to the shock, and then one up here that mounts to the servo plate. So it doesn't, nothing goes between the motor. Works out pretty good. has my aluminum loaded dice style weights for beadlocks. You can see the screws go in, it'll focus. The screws go in from the back. It's a nice pretty face. Channel weights sit pretty low, compact. Wheel doesn't have to come off, or the weights don't have to come off to get the wheel off. Just pops on and off, super easy. Standard new Dlux axles. And then I don't like messing with batteries, so just goes in and out, latches in, kind of just designed so it just snaps in there. Let's do that again, not my finger in the way. Just kind of pushes in there. And it just doesn't fall out, doesn't go anywhere. Sits nice. Sits in there. Stays between the links. That's it. Printed panels. You can get it without the panels if you don't want them. If you want to make Lexan ones. These are a tad bit heavier than if you make some thin Lexan ones. But they're easy. Yep, that's it. Grabbers in the front. Right now I have Voodoos in the back, but I like the new, not new I guess anymore, but Ibex. Been running these Ibex with the glued centers. It's lighter. I just run grabber foams, super squishy. Nothing fancy. I don't trim them. Nothing. See my great glue job here. Yeah, I think these, personally I like these better than the narrowed old Voodoos. Yeah, that's it. I think this car is 4 pounds 5 ounces with full hanger and aluminum hubs, so that's 4.8 ounces of weight per side added. That's it.